Welcome to SAU Magazine, a weekly news program coming to you from Southern Arkansas University in Magnolia.
This is a Southern Arkansas University news brief. I'm Jonathan Wolfe.
And I'm Mistie Huffman.
A nationwide search for a new administrator is suspended. President David Rankin says a budget shortfall is the reason for ending the search for a dean in the College of Liberal and Performing Arts. The position will be preserved, with the search resuming after budget concerns are addressed. Dr. David Krause will continue as interim dean. The search committee had winnowed its list from 33 to 13 candidates.
President Rankin discusses building projects with the Faculty Senate. Architects for the new Reynolds Center are making plans for a potential science center. At this time, $230,000 has been approved by the state for this purpose. The Science Center is SAU's #1 building priority. The Honors Hall should be completed by fall 2004 and East Hall by spring 2005. Village Apartments near the Duck Pond should be occupied by the fall semester.
Tuition at Arkansas universities has increased dramatically over the past few years. This increase has affected schools around the state, including SAU. In the past year, SAU had the highest percentage increase among all public four-year universities in the state. Between the 2002-2003 and 2003-2004 school years, SAU's tuition and fees increased 19.1%, or $586. Seniors that started school in the fall of 2000 have seen their tuition and fees increase by more than $1,200.
The Small Business Development Center is co-sponsoring 2 seminars this week. The first is being held with the Prescott Partnership on Tuesday. Participants will address how employees project the image of a business by how they conduct themselves and how they interact with customers. The cost is $20 per participant. The second seminar is on Thursday at 5 p.m. entitled Investing for Business Owners. It will be held in Hope and is an in-depth and humorous discussion on how to avoid the wrong kind of investments.
Alcoa upsets SAU in a corporate trivia challenge contest. The 4th annual event took place at Magnolia Junior High School. It is a fundraiser for the Arkansas Council on Economic Education. Other teams included Albemarle, Bancorp South, the Chamber of Commerce, Farmers Bank and Trust, Magnolia Public Schools, and People's Bank. SAU won 2 of the first 3 challenge events. The SAU team included Dr. Tim Schrader, Dr. Tim Wise, Dr. Leo Carson Davis, and Dr. Shannon Schrader.
A recent SAU graduate is named Administrative Coordinator for the Golden Triangle Economic Development Council. Joe Cromwell earned a bachelor's in management in December. The council is a nonprofit organization located in South Arkansas that combines resources and talents from the area to attract new business and industry. The development office is located in the Business Agribusiness building. This is a Southern Arkansas University news brief. I'm Mistie Huffman.
And I'm Jonathan Wolfe.
With an SAU profile, I'm Amanda Weber.
And I'm Brandy Bierbaum.
Houston Taylor is the SAU Sports Information Director and Assistant Athletic Director.
A native of Arkansas, he earned a bachelor's in physical education from SAU in 1990 and a master's in kinesiology from SAU in 1993.
He previously served as SAU Sports Information Director from 1990 to 1993.
He also serves as an instructor in the Health, Kinesiology, and Recreation Department.
Before returning to sports information, Taylor worked in the Admissions Department and held the title of Assistant Director of Admissions.
Taylor taught public school at Centerpoint High School in Amity
and served as Education Director and Juvenile Probation Officer for South Arkansas Youth Services.
He also worked as a News and Sports Director at KVMA Radio in Magnolia,
where he broadcast SAU and Magnolia High School football, basketball, and baseball games.
With an SAU profile, I'm Brandy Bierbaum.
And I'm Amanda Weber.
SAU Sports, I'm Amanda Smith.
And I'm Tabitha Taylor.
The Lady Rider basketball team made history Monday night. SAU defeated Delta State University for the first time in 17 tries. The SAU women won by a score of 61-46. Sharonda Davis was the top scorer with 16 points and 10 rebounds. The Lady Riders are now 7-6 in the Gulf South Conference, 15-8 overall. Head coach for the Lady Riders is Sam Biley.
The men's basketball team were winners Monday night in Magnolia with a victory over Delta State University. The game was very close, with the Mule Riders edging the Statesmen 85-84. SAU's Nick Davis led all scorers with 21 points. The Mule Riders are now 3-10 in the Gulf South Conference and 9-15 for the season. They resume conference play next week.
The SAU softball team picked up their first win of the season Saturday in a tournament at the University of North Alabama. SAU and Lewis University played 2 extra innings, 9 total, and the Lady Riders came out on top 5-3. SAU's Crystal Poulin and Cassie Blackwood combined to pitch a no-hitter. SAU out-hit the competition in all 3 games in Alabama, but Saturday's game provided their only win. In Friday's action, the Lady Riders lost 2-0 to North Alabama and 5-3 in Northern Kentucky. The softball team is now 1-3 for the season. They were scheduled to play at Jackson State on Sunday, but that game was canceled.
The SAU baseball team shut out LSU Shreveport on Tuesday 12-0 in the first home game for the Riders. Tripper Crum went 3 for 4, and Bobby Beeson and Ross Boudreaux both went 2 for 3. Beeson was the winning pitcher in Tuesday's game. The Mule Riders improved their record to 2-2 with the win. SAU Sports, I'm Tabitha Taylor.
And I'm Amanda Smith.
With commentary, I'm Tammy Iverson.
And I'm Nick Davis.
Construction on the rental center has been going very well.
However, it has become a problem for students living in nearby dorms.
Every morning, students are awakened to the sound of heavy machinery.
Many are not able to sleep as long as they ordinarily would.
Of course, the rental center is a much-needed addition to our campus.
But most students would love to rise to the early morning sun without all of the noise.
That just happens to be one campus problem.
The other would be parking.
Hopefully, after the construction projects are completed, all of the parking problems will go away.
The university tried to make it better by building the parking lot near the business building, but who wants to park way over there?
Where do students park when they have classes in Peace or Overstreet?
The rental center is causing several problems, but the construction will make SAU better in the long run.
With commentary, I'm Tammy Iverson.
And I'm Nick Davis.
With an SAU police log, I'm Annette Phillips. On January 31st, criminal mischief, a Talbot Hall resident reported someone threw a rock through her window around 3:30 a.m. The case is under investigation. On February 2nd, breaking or entering, a student reported a window was broken out of his vehicle while parked in the Green Hall parking lot. Nothing was taken from the vehicle. It is not clear at this time whether this was an attempted theft or vandalism. The case is under investigation.
I'm Ross Sims. On February 12th, Joel Barton was arrested for driving while intoxicated and driving too fast for conditions after a traffic stop on East Lane. Barton was ticketed and booked into the Columbia County Detention Center. On February 16th, Michael Brooks reported the theft of a large sum of money taken from his room while several students were visiting him. The amount of money taken makes this a felony case. Suspects have been identified, and the case is still under investigation.
According to Detective Donald Ray of the SAU Police Department, a worker in the business office identified 2 students as alleged check forgers. Justin Lamar Davis Soils and Kenneth Owens confessed to stealing Owens' roommate's checkbook. The 2 forged various checks to the SAU business office for about $50 each.
Ray says the students will probably get a plea bargain and active probation, plus pay restitution to SAU because they confessed. Ray also says half of the checks have not been found, and 1 check was possibly written to East Bay. Second-degree forgery is a Class C felony and carries numerous possible penalties. With an SAU police log, for Annette Phillips, I'm Ross Sims.
College Newswire, I'm Bryan Jones.
And I'm Calvin McGee.
Henderson State University dedicates a $5 million communication facility. The renovated and expanded Arkansas Hall will house a communication lab which provides speech tutoring for oral communication students and research facilities for communication majors. Also housed in the facility are a television studio and digital media, a new theater facility, dance studio, faculty offices, and classrooms. The department offers majors in communication, mass media, and theater.
Sexual Responsibility Week at the University of Central Arkansas focused on many issues. They included safe sex, STDs, and responsible sexuality. With the week-long extravaganza, UCA will host 6 large portions of the AIDS quilt, the Choices Carnival, and the names of the AIDS quilt will be read. College Newswire. I'm Calvin McGee.
And I'm Bryan Jones.
With this week's entertainment news, I'm Charles Davis.
And I'm Larnelle Sinegal.
The theater department presents its first play of the spring semester at 7:30 p.m. Tuesday through Thursday for the next 2 weeks in Hardin Theater. Written by Joey Olette, The Marriage Counselor is about a traveling vacuum salesman who wanders into a marriage counselor's office. Advanced tickets are available in the theater office from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Friday. Tickets are $2 for students, faculty, and staff, and $4 for general admission.
The Student Activities Board will sponsor a wildlife slide presentation this Monday and Tuesday at 7 p.m. Special guest for the event is Tom Ulrich, a freelance photographer from Montana whose photographs have been published in several national magazines. The program will include over 400 new photographs accompanied by narration from Ulrich. After the presentation, there will be books available for purchase and author signing. It will be held at the First Presbyterian Church on Monday and SAU's Business Building on Tuesday.
SAU students recently displayed their performance abilities at Kappa Alpha Psi's Love Jones Poetry Night in the Bruce Center. 19 students presented original works of poetry in front of an audience of more than 65 people. It is an annual event that showcases students' creativity. Among those who presented was Donika Ross, a sophomore who has presented poetry in New York City.
Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority sponsors 2 events in celebration of Black History Month. An extravaganza will be held at 6 p.m. on Tuesday in the Bruce Center. The extravaganza will feature an African fashion show, dancing, and music. Next Tuesday, the sorority will host a Mardi Gras carnival at 7 p.m. in the Bruce Center. Various student organizations will participate and have booths set up. Free masks and cups will be given away. Beads will also be thrown. And that's this week's entertainment news.
The SAU Broadcast Journalism degree program features a wide variety of professional experiences.
Students are responsible for producing and marketing radio and television programs each semester.
SAU Magazine, a radio news program, is available to stations in Arkansas and bordering states.
The SAU Report, a television interview program, is available to cable systems in southwest Arkansas and northeast Texas.
More than a dozen courses are offered in the SAU Broadcast Journalism degree program.
Writing, reporting, and hands-on experiences are stressed in these courses.
In addition, graduating students are more perceptive analysts of mass communication and broadcast journalism.
They are very competitive in the job field and for opportunities as graduate students.
Information about the Broadcast Journalism degree program can be found on the internet at saumag.edu.
That's saumag.edu for an excellent educational opportunity.
With this week's SAU calendar, I'm Dallas Sims. On Monday, February 23rd, SGA Traffic Appeals Court meets at 4 p.m. On Tuesday, there is a Student Activities Board meeting at 5:30, an RHA meeting in Bruce Center Conference Room 2 at 6, and the Marriage Counselor at 7:30 in Hardin Theater. Team MBSF also meets at 7:30. On Wednesday, students can pick up refunds in the business office. There is a Biology Club meeting at 5:15, and Source meets at the BCM at 7. On Thursday, the Lady Riders play on the road at 6. A Black History Month Film Festival is in the Bruce Center at 6:30, and SAU presents the Marriage Counselor at 7:30. Friday is Student Payday. Room and board payments are due, and SAU will hold History Day activities. On Saturday, the Lady Riders play at home in basketball action. And that's this week's SAU calendar.
SAU Magazine is a production of broadcast journalism students in the Department of Theater and Mass Communication at Southern Arkansas University in Magnolia.